Hello my beautiful learners. In this video, I am going to give you some of the most important tips to improve your spoken English. But before I start, let me tell you one thing. This is a time of great festival Durga Puja and you may hear a lot of background noises. So please ignore these. Okay, let us start without any delay. So what is number one tips? That is reading. You have to start with reading. What kind of things can you read? For beginners, I will recommend read storybooks. Yes, and after gradually you are familiar with stories, you may start novels, essays, and newspapers. And one thing remember, while reading, you have to be active reader. Who is active reader? You have to keep pen and paper with you, and while reading, mark those difficult and unknown words written in the lines that is unknown to you. Suppose you have found 20 or 30 new words whose meanings are unknown to you. So now you start writing, copying them one by one in your notebook or papers, and then use dictionaries and write down those meanings. And before going to sleep, you just read them once more. In this way, you will enrich your vocabulary, and also you will be familiar with the expressions, how they are talking. And then comes number two. What is number two? Listening. And also it is related with watching, listening and watching. You have to do these two activities simultaneously. You have to listen, you have to watch. What kind of things can you listen and watch? The best way is movies and also news. Movies and news give us information, a lot of information, and at the same time, while watching movies, you just listen and try to observe how they are expressing, how they are talking with each other. This is conversation and you want to converse with other people, so this is the best way. In the movie, the characters are talking to each other and they are using some expressions in a particular situation, so you just note it down and try to grasp those and use it in your practical life. Whenever you are in such a situation, you may use those expressions that were used in the movies. And do this one thing also, while they are talking, you also talk silently. You just move your lips silently. What is the benefit of this? I know you may think this is a weird thing, bizarre thing, something strange, but believe me, it will make your lips and tongue habituated with speaking English, and your ear will also be habituated learning English. And now comes third one. What is third one? Writing. You have to write also. What kind of things can you write? You may write your own experiences, you may write your own thoughts, what you are thinking, you may write paragraphs, stories, letters, etc. Whatever. And also before going to sleep, you may write what has happened to you throughout the whole day. So these will be your practice and it will gradually develop your English. And now comes number 5, that is very important, small talk. Yes, you are learning spoken English, so you have to talk. Suppose you are in a gathering, you are in a queue, you are in a line, and there are some people in front of you and some people behind you. You may start talking with them. Suppose you may ask them, what time is it? Where are you from? So these types of small talking you can start with. This will boost your confidence. And next comes practice. Yes, you have to practice. This is one of the most important thing about learning everything. So you may have heard that practice makes a person perfect. Who can you talk with? You may call your friends over the telephone. You may converse with them for 20 or 30 minutes. And you may make a deal that every day we both will talk for some time. What will be the perfect time? Your free time, my free time. So you may decide it beforehand, and on that particular time of day you should call him or her and talk in English. So this will help both of you. And now comes number 7, that is don't translate. Very important. You must not translate your Bengali ideas. You have to begin to learn how to think in English and tell it. Whatever you are thinking, a thinking or thought is going on in your mind, so just think it in English, don't translate it. This will hamper your flow, your fluency. And next, what comes? It is confidence. Number 8. So most of us, we may know a lot of things, we may understand what the person in front of us talking, but while we want to talk, we find difficulty. So why is this happening? Because we lack confidence. We think that if I make mistakes, what the person in front of us may think about our mistakes. So don't be bothered about that, whatever your mistakes. A person who tries to do something he or she makes mistake, and the person who does not try to do anything, he or she will never do any mistake. So mistake is a part of learning and a part of making perfection. So be bold and be confident while talking in front of others. You may make some mistakes. What is that? It does not matter. You will gradually improve your English, but the start is most important. So be confident while talking before anybody. Next comes number 9, that is be patient. You have to give yourself a lot of time and continuous time. Don't find any shortcut. Number 10 also indicates this one. Don't try any short ways. Why? Because you may learn some of the things in short ways. Suppose I have seen a lot of videos that tell us that what is the meaning of this one, what is the meaning of these sentences. These are some sentences, 10 or 12 or 20 sentences, and these are the translations. So can you tell me that after learning these things, can you talk on any situation? No, because you don't know in which situation you have to be or you may be in future, in the next moment. So you have to learn comprehensively. Yes, note this word, comprehensive learning. And comprehensive learning needs time and intellect, your investment of your time. Just remember, Taj Mahal was built in long 22 years, and not only these 22 long years, also it needed a lot of investments, a lot of workers, a lot of effort. And see what Taj Mahal is today. Still, after so many years, it is still one of the most beautiful monuments in the world. So it took a lot of times and it was built so great. So if you want your English strong, you give time and be consistent, be patient, and try continuous process, not short ways. In short ways, you may learn some phrases, some proverbs, some idioms, but it will not work in your whole life. So I hope you have found these 10 tips logical. And if you are benefited by my video, by my effort, so do like, share and also subscribe and help my channel grow. Thank you so much.